As sports fans, we all love great nicknames. The Black Mamba, the Refrigerator, the Mailman, the King. And yet, I don't think any of those nicknames come close to the nickname given to Iowa State defensive tackle Domonique Orange, who was given the nickname Big Citrus. Not only does Orange have maybe the best nickname I have ever heard, but he is also a very intriguing prospect for the 2026 NFL Draft. Today, we are going to be talking about Orange, what I like about him as a prospect, what I think he brings to the table as an NFL team, and ultimately where I think he should be selected. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying the videos. Comment down below which prospects you guys would like to see me talk about in a future episode just like this, and without further ado, let's get into it. Domonique Orange was a 3-star recruit in the 2022 recruiting class. He didn't play a ton as a true freshman, but over the last 3 seasons has had really strong years for Iowa State. However, I don't think the production really matches it. Throughout his career, Orange has 55 total pressures, 1 sack, 50 tackles, and 43 run stops. He is a player where you need to trust the tape because the type of position of player that he is, he's not going to consistently make plays that show up on the box score. But he is a player that does intrigue me at the next level, and I think he has traits to continue to get better at the next level. As an athlete, I think Domonique Orange showed some really fun flashes. For one thing, I think he has great size. He's listed at 6'2", 325 pounds, and he has a really stout build for an NFL nose tackle. On top of that, I do think you see some flashes of really good burst and quickness. He has a good first step, but I think his lateral movement skills are really solid for his size as well. Iowa State was able to move him around the line of scrimmage. They put him in the B gap, they put him in the A gap, they put him over the tackle, because I do think he is a better mover than he gets credit for. I think athletically there are things to really like about what Orange brings. He does have short arms, and I do think that hurts him, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but overall the athletic traits are pretty solid. As a run defender, I think there are a lot of things to really like about what Orange brings to the table. We mentioned the lateral quickness, and I think that is his biggest advantage. He's able to slide into run gaps, fill holes, and blow up players at the line of scrimmage. He also does show some powerful moments to get into the backfield and disrupt plays with some really strong hands. But I do think there are inconsistencies and areas he's going to need to improve as an overall run defender. I love how low that Orange plays. He's able to generate natural leverage and power from his lower body, but he does play pretty out of control at times, and it leads to a lot of missed tackles. Orange has a 17.4% missed tackle rate throughout his career, and that is a number that I would like to see get better. But I think the biggest question that I have with Orange as a run defender is his anchor. He is consistently pushed around by offensive linemen, and I thought that took a pretty big step back in 2025. I want to see him hold his ground a little bit better. I would like to see him shed blockers a little bit more consistently, because his short arms I think really do limit what he can do as a block shedder, and it was an issue for him in 2025. There are still flashes, and I still think he is an excellent run defender, but he needs to tackle better, and I'd like to see him shed blockers a little bit more effectively. As a pass rusher, Orange is a really tough evaluation because it is all projection for the next level. There are really good moments and flashes of him being a really fun one-on-one disruptive player. Particularly going back to the back half of the 2024 season, I thought Orange showed really good hand usage, and I think he showed a really disruptive bull rush. He's strong, he's powerful, and I think that he does have an understanding of how to utilize his hands. But the production does not match that. Throughout his career, Orange has just 1 sack, and I just don't ever really see him being a consistent impact on passing downs. And Iowa State recognized this, and he was used very much as a rotational piece as an early down run defender, dating back to 2024. He played more against the pass this year, but he needs to be more consistent. He needs to showcase better pass rushing moves, because all he is able to win with right now is his bull rush, and that is going to get really neutralized at the next level. So I'd like to see him develop a little bit more nuance with his hands and be more fun as a one-on-one pass rushing threat. Domonique Orange is an interesting player to watch. I do think he had a worse season in 2025 than he did in 2024. But there are still some really good moments for him, and I think he can make an impact as an early down run defender. While I don't think he goes top 50 like many people were expecting over the summer, I still think he is a day 2 prospect and can have an early impact for an NFL team. I have Orange as my number 6 defensive tackle and my number 3 nose tackle in the class. I still have a top 75 grade on him as a player because I think the athletic traits, the run defensibility, and the power are going to get him drafted and going to allow him to be impactful. In terms of a scheme fit, we've talked about it throughout the video, but Orange is going to be a nose tackle. He is a run stuffer through and through. He plugs gaps at the line of scrimmage, and he's not much of a pass rusher. I think he's going to be an early down nose tackle in the league and could have a very strong impact against the run, but I don't expect him to ever develop into being a great pass rusher. My player comparison for Domonique Orange is Buffalo Bills defensive tackle DaQuan Jones. Jones is a really good run defender, and he has been throughout his entire career, dating back to his time with the Titans. He fills run lanes well, he could be an early impact in the run game for Buffalo, but he's not much of a pass rusher, and athletically, there are some question marks. But both of them have very similar size, a very similar skill set, and are dynamic against the run. And I think Orange could have a very similar career and could stick around the league for a long time because of how good he is against the run. Domonique Orange is the big citrus. There are limitations with his game, but what he does well, I think he does very well. And I think that is a player that can have a pretty long NFL career. And ultimately, I believe that Domonique Orange will be a top 100 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.